me that green light. Give me that Greenlight Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that Greenlight Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that Greenlight Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that Greenlight Maine.
This episode of Greenlight Maine is sponsored by the Finance Authority of Maine. Fame works for me.
Good morning. Welcome to Greenlight Maine College Edition. I'm Julene Gervais. It's amazing what is happening on college campuses in Maine. There are so many talented students getting ready to launch innovative ideas, and we want to make sure they do it right here in the great state of Maine. We begin with 10 students, 3 of whom will pitch off in the finals for a prize package worth $60,000. You are about to meet today's contestants, but first let's check in with our judges, who are all accomplished members of the Maine business community. Welcome back, Skip Bates.
Thanks, Julene. I'm happy to be here.
And you're from Main Street Banking, Bangor Savings Bank.
Yeah, the Main Street Banking Group helps young entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs of all ages, in fact, to realize their small business dreams. We're deeply invested at Bangor Savings Bank in the local economy, and what better way to do that than to create businesses and jobs right here in the state.
Perfect. Next up, we have Tori Penrod-Canberra, who created Penrod Marketing. Tell us about your company.
Yes, thank you for having me. I founded Penrod Marketing this year to help tech companies of all sizes with their go-to-market strategy to be successful.
Nice. And finally, we have Liam Sullivan, and you are a serial entrepreneur, so tell us about one of your businesses.
So I work for Happy Giant, and they're leaders in the augmented reality space. My role specifically as an XR evangelist is to work with businesses that are, learning more about augmented reality and how it could be used in their workplace.
Awesome. Okay, we look forward to talking to you in a couple minutes. First, I would like to introduce our first contestant of the day. We have Ben from Bates College. You are a senior about to graduate.
Yep.
And your company is called Floor.
Correct.
I can't wait to hear about it. And you and I were chatting earlier off camera, and you said a lot of great things about the state of Maine.
I did, yeah. So my first experience with the entrepreneurship in Maine was coming to Bates. Originally, I'm from Connecticut, so coming up here was nice. But to see the entrepreneurship community being robust from Portland all the way up to Bangor with Bates, Colby, Bowdoin, all the other academic institutions, the banks, obviously you guys, it's good to see, and I'm glad to be involved.
Awesome. Well, we're so happy to have you. So whenever you're ready, look right at the judges
Cool.
and go for it.
Okay. So my company is Floor. Again, I'm out of Bates College. Originally, this is succeeding the Bobcat Ventures program that they have down there at Bates. And the trend we are looking at is all the online brands that are being born. So you look at a brand that's born and lives online, ships product directly to their consumers, such as a company like Allbirds. What we're looking at is a lot of these companies are now realizing part of their growth curve is to open physical retail locations. They can succeed online, but to really get that full omni-channel market, they need a physical retail presence. And the problem is the capital and the logistical hurdles of opening a physical retail presence is difficult. So what Floor offers is 24-hour instant retail expansion. So what we want to do is a full-service retail experience. That's including sales team, all the customer service involved, the space on the wall, the build-out, everything you need. It's as easy as signing up for Shopify. Just as you can sign up for Shopify and create that e-commerce site, you can sign up for Floor and create the same, or create a physical retail presence right in a downtown retail market. So a few key parts of this model is we want it to be quick and easy for these brands to sign up. So we offer 30-day subscription fee. So that entire retail experience is included in that 1-month subscription fee for a brand to open up. And a second part of this is we're looking at a lot of different Maine-based brands. So some being footwear companies, apparel, pottery, crafts, whatever it may be. We're offering a modular plug-and-play type space, so a brand could come in, whatever display type they need overnight, set up, product on the shelves, and next day they're open for business. Make it as easy as possible, no barriers to entry whatsoever. So I actually brought a little bit of product along. This is FlowFold, and they're one of the brands. They've been on Greenlight. They're Maine-based and founded in Maine. And I was really pitching this concept to FlowFold, and they're doing very well. They're succeeding. FlowFold is an LL Bean, REI, and a bunch of other large retailers. So when we come to them as a small startup, what do we offer them? The two key pieces here is they can reach new customers, they can test new product in new markets, and the big attraction here is the 30-day subscription fee. So a lot of their sales come in the fourth quarter. They can open additional retail outpost during that time. January 1st hits, they know their sales are going to pull back, and they can leave those retail outposts. So it's really a seasonality play for certain brands. Now, I spent all last summer, I was working in downtown Boston, and I spent the majority of the summer reaching out to other brands. This story that Flowfold told me is intriguing, but I want to see if this story sticks with other brands. We spoke to over 150 different companies, all of them being New England-based, most of them Maine-based. And from over 30 of these companies, we got the exact same feedback or similar feedback. And they're saying the same thing. The 30-day subscription fee, a lot of it's seasonality. Some bathing suit brands, they only want to open June, July, and August. Other brands that sell, winter accessories, it's for the winter months. And that flexible open in 24 hours and then pull back out. And that's pretty much it. So with these brand support, we're looking to open our first retail location in downtown Seaport area in Portland, Maine.
Excellent concept. Nice job. First question, Skip.
So are you a branding company or a real estate company? What are you actually bringing to the table?
Right. So we're more on the side of the real estate, but we are an expansion platform. So just as WeWork basically rents a large location and sublets to many individuals looking for smaller office space, we do the same thing for these online brands. It's a full retail experience in one single fee.
And do you expect to have the same space rotating in and out? So for 30 days, it might be Flowfold, and then the next 30 days, it's a swimsuit company?
Potentially. So initially, the seasonality we saw as a problem, but now we see as definitely a benefit. So we don't see it as coming in for 1 month, but we see 6-month commitments. Maybe it's a year commitment. Maybe new brands want to come in for a 3-year period and then leave from there. So it's the option to the brand is really the attractiveness.
Tori.
What is your biggest limitation to scale this beyond Portland, Maine?
So our biggest limitation is basically working with all these brands to scale from multiple shop to shop and providing a customer experience in each of these shops. So obviously understanding the products.
And then a quick question, we got to go to break.
What is the biggest differentiating factor with your business that keeps you from being imitated by someone else just walking in?
Right, and that's the full inclusive retail experience. We want to offer every part of that, from marketing, branding, events, beverages within the shop, more so than just pretty much a customer seeing a product on display.
Great job, and there is nothing like this in Portland yet.
Correct.
Because I have seen this going on in Boston. So,
yes.
Great job. All right, we need to take a break. Thank you guys, awesome questions, and we will be right back after a message from our sponsors. Don't go away.
Greenlight Maine would like to thank the Maine Department of Economic and Community Development, the Maine DECD, helping businesses and communities prosper.
FAME is one of the great resources in our state to enable businesses to find financing.
FAME helps Maine businesses create and retain quality jobs.
Every person that we've dealt with at FAME has been helpful and has been, for us, a partner.
The whole idea is to find the right tool for the right job. FAME is the right tool because it's flexible and they're there when you need them.
From business startup through maturity, FAME works to get you to yes.
Thank you, FAME.
Thank you, FAME.
Thank you, FAME.
Are you an entrepreneur? Do you have a new business or a great new product? Greenlight Maine is now accepting submissions for Season 5. Gain exposure and take the chance to win $100,000 in cash. Visit our website for more information, greenlightmaine.com.
Reaching new customers online is hard. You've tried Facebook, Google Ads, email. You even built a website 10 years ago. You're way too busy to focus on digital marketing, and you're not getting results.
At Dream Local Digital, that's what we do. We've helped businesses nationwide grow with online marketing. We're the experts. Let us help you.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. Our Sunday morning conversation is with FAME, who is such a vital role in developing Maine's economy. And joining me now is Elizabeth Vanderweide. Tell us about what you do at FAME.
Well, what FAME does is we work at the nexus of higher education and economic development. We do that so we can help create basically quality jobs in Maine. On the education side, we provide things like help with the FAFSA, financial education, college savings plans like NextGen 529, grant scholarship programs. A lot of people know us that way. But on the flip side, what we do is, for all those people who are becoming educated, trying to provide them jobs. We do that by helping businesses provide commercial loans. We provide seed capital, tax investment credits. We do a bunch of different bond programs, all in the effort to help businesses in Maine grow so that they can provide quality jobs.
So people should know two sides, education and business side.
That's right.
And I'd also like to announce that FAME is willing to provide financial consulting to all 10 of our college contestants. So thank you so much for that. Can you give us a quick picture of what that will look like?
Sure, we have professionals at FAME, commercial loan officers, people who really understand financing businesses from startup to maturity. We have programs, even the FAME Direct Loan, that can be used for startup capital for companies, as well as provide commercial loan insurance to loans that banks make. All that in an effort to bridge the gap from traditional lender financing to getting people where they need to be. We manage that risk, and that's a big deal of what FAME does for the state.
Awesome. And our contestants should just call you directly and set up an appointment to come in.
That's right. That's right. We'll be there for them.
Thank you so very much for partnering with us. We're so glad to have you.
Thank you.
All right. We have to take a short break, and we'll be right back after a message from our sponsors. Don't go away.
For almost 25 years, Maine Biz has been providing business news, information, and analysis for business owners and C-level executives in Maine. From Fort Kent to Kittery, Maine Biz serves the decision makers of Maine across multiple channels, including its flagship print digital publication, website, events, daily report, real estate insider, and weekly newsletter. Let Maine Biz help your business succeed. Inform, engage, connect.
Sometimes, even when you widen your view of things, it's hard to see everything that's happening behind the scenes. It's our feeling you're not always supposed to. Because when we do our part, the only thing we want you thinking about is doing yours. We're WEX, the people behind the payments, powering the possibilities.
WEX is a proud sponsor of Greenlight Maine.
At Imitated, Maine, we know customers rely on us to power their homes and businesses. That's why we're continually working to improve reliability of service and meet our customers' changing needs. Imitated, Maine wants to help local businesses grow and attract new businesses to northern and eastern Maine. We are deeply invested in our communities because these are our communities too. Imitated, Maine, bringing power to the people of Maine.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. Our second pitch is with Sam Pratico from Colby College. Welcome to Greenlight Maine.
Thank you for having me.
And what is this we're about to take a sip of?
So this is it's a hard coffee. It's alcohol actually made from the coffee. So.
All right, let's try it. Cheers. Wow, I think I have a new favorite beverage. So whenever you're ready, look right at the judges and have fun.
Okay. Yeah, so thank you for this opportunity. This is Rost. It's an innovative product, but I think it's one that's very uniquely Maine too, so I came to the right place, I think. What it is, it's a hard coffee, a coffee brew. It's alcohol made directly from coffee and the cold brew process, kind of combining the cold brew and fermentation processes. So it kind of gives you the relaxation of alcohol and the energy of caffeine. I think this is great because it'll kind of give you that relaxation, but also after work or something like that, but also give you the energy to kind of keep going with your day. It also, I'm excited because it accentuates the flavor of the coffee itself. So there's all these oils within the coffee beans that you can only get with these really bitter, long, dark roasts, Italian roasts. And the fermentation process actually extracts a lot of those oils, and it's really cool because you can see all of them right on the top of the fermenter, and then when we force nitrogenate this, it acts as sort of an emulsifier and spreads it out, this airy flavor, but also you can experience the coffee in sort of a new way with all those more aromatic flavors. So hopefully down the line, a brandy product, we can't do it now because we don't have a license, but making a liquor sort of like Allen's, but made directly from the coffee itself. So why I'm making this is Mainers notoriously work really hard and play really hard, and that's why you live in a state like this. And I think this product kind of acts as the bridge between those two parts of our lives. It gives you that relaxation after work, as I said, but also energy, whether you're, have a hobby outside, involved in your community, and you can still live that to the fullest experience. Also, the market potential is there. There's a huge popularity of craft alcohols and gourmet coffees. So I'm from the Portland area. Portland actually has the highest per capita number of breweries and distilleries in the country, and it actually consumes more coffee per capita than anywhere else. And also familiarity to the concept. I mentioned Allen's. Mainers they're comfortable with coffee and alcohol together. So how we're doing it, it's just made from the cold brew process. We've done a lot of trials, refined it, and we hopefully have a lot of products coming. Dry products that you can put cream and sugar in, nitrogenated products to put in a bar tap, and a focus on local and sustainable sourcing. So we're using a tandem local roast that they made for us. And then also like raw organic cane sugar that's sustainably sourced. Yeah, and we'd love to do this right in Maine. I see it as the perfect place to make it and start, hopefully, so.
That's awesome. Can Mainers buy this already somewhere?
No, but hopefully soon.
Awesome. First question, Skip.
All right, so you had me at coffee and alcohol, right? So thanks for slipping a little bit into my mug here. What I'm interested in is how you get to market. You got the product, how do you sell it?
I think starting with a canned product would be a pretty natural start. We would love to do, right now actually it's brewing. It's a lactose, it's a brew with lactose in it, which is a non-fermentable, so we can can that and nitrogenate it like a nitro stout, or a nitro cold brew. And it'll give the consumers a little creaminess, some good texture, but also a little residual sweetness too. So I think that's a good first consumer product.
Good serve both warm and cold.
You could, yeah, absolutely.
All right, Tori.
Sam, tell me what you do with this money if you win.
I would love to scale up my operation to, nicer equipment, streamline it more. We need lots of money. Like we have our first equipment, but we need a space, first of all. We need more money for ingredients to mess around with. We need equipment to use in the process to kind of make newer products. And then hopefully we could take it to market very easily once we get the licensing, a space, everything like that. So,
Liam.
Can you tell me about who your competitors are and what makes you different from them?
This is kind of responding to a lot of trends in the market. I would say inspired by a lot of trends. So you're looking at like coffee-infused beers. You're looking at coffee-infused wines even, Allen's, obviously. But what separates us is we're made from the coffee itself. We're not sacrificing the experience and the flavors of either of the two alcohol drinks that you're combining. And I think we're actually accentuating some of the flavors of the coffee itself.
Are you going to be able to sell this like by a growler, or you can tell I'm already looking to purchase this? So like by the glass at a restaurant, like how do you go to market?
Yeah, for actually getting it in restaurants, I think a nitrogenated product that'll have a nice head, kind of like a Guinness, would be great to see on bar taps. And then hopefully if there's cafes down the line that have liquor licenses or cafe settings in places with liquor licenses, a drier, less sweet product that people can just add their own sugar and cream into.
Nice, that was a great presentation and some great questions again by our judges. You guys rock. Okay, we have to take a short break. We're gonna hear from our sponsors, but don't go away. When we come back, we're gonna hear what our judges have to say.
Furniture for Greenlight Maine is provided by Thomas Moser Furniture. Handmade American furniture since 1972.
Forever Marked diamonds. Beautiful, rare, responsibly sourced. Available at all Days Jewelers locations in Maine and New Hampshire.
In 1972, Tom Moser committed his life's work to craft, and 4 decades later employs 70 fine craftsmen and women in our shop in Auburn, Maine. With showrooms and customers from coast to coast and numerous awards and accolades, Tom has firmly established himself as an entrepreneurial tour de force and has proven that a life doing what you love is indeed possible.
This year's winner of Greenlight Maine will win this handmade Thomas Moser beacon box and $100,000.
Reaching new customers online is hard. You've tried Facebook, Google Ads, email. You even built a website 10 years ago. You're way too busy to focus on digital marketing, and you're not getting results.
At Dream Local Digital, that's what we do. We've helped businesses nationwide grow with online marketing. We're the experts. Let us help you.
Broadcast facilities are provided by Husson University's NESCOM, the New England School of Communications.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. This is the juicy part of the show where we get to hear what our judges think of these companies, and we just find out that you guys went to the same high school. So is that brain power or what?
Community School, 20 years apart.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good. So we got a couple different generations represented.
That's right. we do. And I'd have to say, you know, the younger generation keeps getting more and more talented. So it's a good thing.
Without a doubt. All right, let's begin with Floor. Ben from Bates. What do you think?
I thought it was an interesting presentation. I mean, when you talk about a business like that, that's all about foot traffic and location, and Portland's becoming so competitive to get that right spot downtown. I have trouble kind of understanding what the actual product would be like in terms of what's being marketed to who. But overall, I like that idea of like it's going to be Shopify for businesses. So I thought that was interesting from a selling point.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think he could offer vendors an advantage over other distributors in that he's not cutting into their margins. So if they're doing high enough volume, you know, it could be really economical for them as opposed to going through traditional distribution channels. I think the real estate market's tricky though, and it's easy to go bottom up if you have a lot of churn month over month in those vendors. So
it's expensive, as you know, the banker.
Absolutely. You know, as a banker, we do a lot of real estate lending, and so you know, I went into this thinking it's a real estate play, but it's also a marketing play, and he's kind of got an angle there, which I think could be further developed and maybe come up with something really, really interesting.
All right, switching gears now, Rost. He's pretty passionate about his coffee beverage. It tasted yummy, I have to say.
Yeah, I mean, the product is great. He's at like an early stage where there's a lot of different directions it could go based off of who he meets and the kind of relationships he's able to build through Colby. I think it's an interesting area because it's similar to real estate. It's also very crowded in the craft beer scene, and craft coffee is kind of a new area for me. So yeah, I think he's got a great product. So it's just a matter of like, how does he actually get it to the store where people can buy it?
Yeah, I agree. The good thing, though, about that crowd is that it also means he has a huge supportive network of people who are brewing and working in craft environments here in Maine, so lots of resources to leverage. But agree, the space that maybe he needs to work on the most is the go-to-market.
Yeah, I mean, this is an easy concept to understand, right? A hard coffee, and all you got to do is taste it, and the proof is in the taste, and it goes down easy. And I look forward to trying some other flavors.
Absolutely, you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
All right, one of the things that you're judging on, it's very important, the ability to stay in Maine. Let's talk about that with these two companies.
Well, I think that, you know, with Rost, there is certainly the ability to stay in Maine, to be headquartered here, to do the brewing, to do the fermenting here. And, you know, as we say, Maine is a home to a lot of roasters and a lot of breweries. So I'd say the feasibility there is really strong.
Nice.
Yeah, I would agree for Rost. I think for Ben at Floor, he's the first opportunity may open up in Portland, but he's going to have to look for other markets, and those may not all be inside of Maine in order for him to be profitable.
Sure.
Yeah, I think for Floor, if they had like the more mobile option where maybe it's up at like, you know, one of the ski mountains during the winter selling ski gear, and then in the summertime it's in Portland, like some flexibility in that could be great. And similarly with Rost, it's interesting. I think we're an interesting state because we buy a lot of Allen's and these other kinds of flavored brandies. So we love our coffee and we'll keep buying that. So whatever medium we can get that in, we probably will try it at least.
It absolutely captivated audience, right? We love our coffee, we love our Dunkin', you name it. So, all right, closing thoughts. Here we go. Real quick.
I think both of these guys have ideas, but I would look forward to the chance to maybe talk with them further and help them develop the concepts.
Yeah, I think both of them just rounding out more their go-to-market plan and how they're going to deliver these great ideas to the real world. A little bit more work to do there, but they're awesome ideas and off to a great start.
Nice.
Yeah, I would just echo that. I think that the support that they can get from their universities will also help gear them in the right direction with mentorship and leveraging the alumni connection too, I think.
Absolutely. Okay, great job, you guys. We need to take a break, but when we come back, we're going to find out who today's winner is. Don't go away.
To find more resources on how to start and grow your business, visit greenlightmaine.com.
We're very proud of the product we make and the way that we make it. The most important features of our original dog vest are in its design. Traditional lenders, they steer away from unproven track records.
In you come. Hold up.
CEI gave us the opportunity to build a track record, show that our future path will be more solid than our past.
Are you an entrepreneur? Do you have a new business or a great new product? Greenlight Maine is now accepting submissions for Season 5. Gain exposure and take the chance to win $100,000 in cash. Visit our website for more information, greenlightmaine.com.
Fame is one of the great resources in our state to enable businesses to find financing.
Fame helps Maine businesses create and retain quality jobs.
Every person that we've dealt with at Fame has been helpful and has been, for us, a partner.
The whole idea is to find the right tool for the right job. Fame is the right tool because it's flexible and they're there when you need them.
From business startup through maturity, Fame works to get you to yes.
Thank you, Fame.
Thank you, Fame.
Thank you, Fame.
For more information about the presenters and panelists on all the Greenlight Maine shows, visit greenlightmaine.com.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. We saw two outstanding pitches from Bates and Colby College today. Unfortunately, only one can move on to the next round. Judges, who's it going to be? And that means Rost is today's winner. Congratulations to Sam from Colby College. He is moving on in the competition. That's all the time we have for today. We appreciate your feedback, so check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and you can see all of our episodes on greenlightmaine.com. We'll see you right back here next Sunday after Meet the Press. Enjoy your Sunday. Congratulations. Nice job.
Greenlight Maine has been brought to you by the Finance Authority of Maine. Fame works for me. Greenlight Maine would not be possible without the support of all of our corporate sponsors. Thank you.
Greenlight Maine has been a paid-for presentation by the Portland Media Group.